Today, I'm going to discuss the comparison between SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. This is very important question in section 3. You will get question in either 5A or 5B, 10 mark question. So either you will get question on different types of cloud deployment models, like difference between hybrid cloud, private cloud, and a public cloud. That question you will get. If you don't get that question, definitely you will get this question, that is comparison between SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. So what are the difference between SaaS, PaaS, IaaS? I am going to discuss in today's class. First, I'll make the column like feature, SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. And here I'm going to give different features. The SaaS full form is software as a service, PaaS is platform as a service, and IaaS is infrastructure as a service. So the first feature is user control. In SaaS, end users use the software. So what is the meaning of this? In SaaS, you only use the software. Users use the software, and you do not manage how it is built. So you just use the software. You will not know how it is built or where it runs. So, for example, using Gmail, you send and receive emails. You can send the mails or you can receive the mails. But Google only manage everything behind the back end. Google only manage everything. So you will not worry about that. You just send the mail and receive the mail. That is called as software as a service. Just the end users use the software. So they will not bother about how they built and how they where it runs. In PaaS, developers manage the apps. So what is this? You build and run your own apps. In PaaS, you only build and you only run your apps, but you don't worry about hardware or servers. So you will not worry about hardware, you will not worry about server, you just build and run your app. For example, you write code and you will upload it to cloud provider. For example, Heroku, Heroku. So you just write the code and you upload it to Heroku. So the Heroku will run your app for you. So you will just write the code and upload. That is your work. Remaining thing, running your app, and managing the hardware, server, everything is done by the cloud providers. The example is Heroku. The provider is not only Heroku, the another cloud provider, Google App Engine, or Azure App Service. So these three examples I'm giving you, and this is about PaaS. And the next is infrastructure as a service. Admins control full infrastructure. So what does infrastructure? Infrastructure means servers, storage, network. They are called as infrastructure. So the runtime environment, for example, operating system, programming language. So everything is controlled by the admin. So database tools. So everything in a software infrastructure as a service, admin only control full infrastructure. That is about user control. Who and all control? So here end users control, here developers, here admin. Next, access level. In another, in infrastructure as a service, admin only control the full infrastructure. So in platform as a service, you don't manage the server, you don't install the operating system, and you don't handle the system updates. You just write the code and run the code. That is about platform as a service. Next, access control. So in access level, you only access the app itself. So like Google Docs, Zoom, etc. You don't see or touch the back end. So only who is accessing? You only accessing the app. In PaaS, you access the tools and you access the platform to develop your app. So you don't manage the servers here. You don't you manage your own app code, and you do not manage the server here. In PaaS, you access the tools and platform in a PaaS. In IaaS, you access everything from virtual machines to storage and network. You access everything. You are responsible for setting up and maintaining the full software. You are only responsible. That is IaaS. So, who and all access? In software as a service, you only access the app. In platform as a service, you access the tools and platform. You don't manage the servers here. And in infrastructure as a service, you access everything from virtual machines to storage as well as networking. So that is about access level. Next is maintenance. So in SaaS, who is maintaining? The provider does everything. The provider does everything, updating security issues, servers, and all the things are taken care by the providers. So what is your work? You just log in and use the app. In platform as a service, the provider manages the platform. Provider only manages the platform. So but you manage only your app. You handle the app bugs and you handle the app updates, and not the hardware or not the operating system. You handle only your app. That is, a maintenance is only about your app. In infrastructure as a service, you manage everything: operating system, software, patches, backups, everything you only manage. So that is about the maintenance. Who will maintain? That you should write now. Examples. So in examples, software as a service, Google Docs, Gmail, Dropbox. So they are ready to use apps. So they becomes the example of SaaS. In past, Heroku, Google App Engine, Microsoft Azure, you should remember all these things. Microsoft Azure App Services for developers to deploy the apps easily. And infrastructure as a service, again, you should remember this. Amazon Web Service, AWS EC2, Amazon Azure virtual machines, Google Computing Engine for setting up our own servers and for setting your own system. So these are the examples. Next, best for. So SaaS is best for end users like us who need simple apps for tasks like email, file sharing, writing. So they are best for the end users. PaaS is best for developers. So who want to build and deploy the apps without dealing with the hardware, who want to deploy their app, who want to build their app. So it will be great for developers. And infrastructure as a service, it deals for IT teams or a system admins who want full control over the servers, who want full control over the configuration. Though they can, and it is best for them, IT teams. Next is cost. So in cost, software as a service, it is subscription based, even free. Gmail is a free for us. No need to buy the hardware, no need to buy the software licenses. So that is Gmail is the best example for SaaS. So it is subscription based cost, subscription based or free. Sometimes it is free, even free. And in PaaS, it the cost is moderate. You pay for what you use. So whatever, how much you are using, that much you pay. Like app runtime, how much you run your app, how much time you run your app, and what is the storage for your app. So that for that you are paying the fees. You don't pay for managing the servers. You just pay for what you use. And in infrastructure as a service, it is higher cost. Why it is higher cost? Because you are only paying for the computer power, you are only paying for a storage, you are only paying for the network, etc. So you are basically renting full data center in online. That's why the cost becomes very very high in a infrastructure as a service. Scalability. So in scalability is limited in SaaS to what the software provider allows. For example, your Google Drive, it has a storage limits unless you upgrade it. So if it exceeds your limit, so you cannot store it further. So it has a storage limit. That is SaaS. In PaaS, it is highly scalable. So the platform can grow with your apps features. So if you want more, you can scale it up. That is about the PaaS. And in IaaS, it has got very high scalability. You can add, because it is dealing with infrastructures. If you want more number of servers, you can add the servers. If you want more storage, you can add the storage, or power as much you need. So it has got very high scalability. So these are the very important features between important differences between SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. So if you want to write few more, you can write along with this. You can write few more differences. So this is all about the comparison between SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS.